Recently, Daystar made the decision to terminate my son, Jonathan Lamb's employment. That decision was not taken lightly. It followed a 15-month review of Jonathan's performance.
Daystar Television Network, founded in 1993 by Marcus Lamb, is a prominent Christian television station that has made a significant mark in religious broadcasting. Over the years, the network grew into a global media empire, recognized for its wide-reaching influence among evangelical Christian communities. It became a cornerstone for faith-based programming, offering a platform for preachers, worship services, and Christian content to millions of viewers worldwide. Daystar has built its reputation on its mission to spread the gospel and uplift believers, becoming a beacon of faith for many. The origins of Daystar Television Network. The foundation of Daystar began in Montgomery, Alabama, where Marcus and Joni Lamb launched the state's first full-power Christian television station, WMCF-TV, in 1984. This venture, though challenging, proved to be an early sign of their determination to bring Christian values into the public eye. After selling the station in 1990, the Lambs moved to Dallas, Texas, where they purchased KMPH, a station that was previously defunct. The move marked the beginning of what would become a nationwide network, eventually known as Daystar Television Network. By the mid-1990s, Daystar began to expand rapidly, thanks to financial support from other prominent evangelical figures, including Kenneth Copeland Ministries. In 1996, the Lambs acquired a station in Colorado, cementing Daystar's status as a burgeoning television network. The real turning point came in 1997, when Daystar officially launched, taking its mission of spreading Christian teachings to a larger audience. The network's influence continued to grow, with Daystar building more production studios, creating new programming, and rapidly expanding its outreach both in the US and abroad. The rise of the Lamb family and Daystar's global reach. As Daystar expanded, so too did the Lamb family's prominence in the Christian media world. By the time Daystar reached its 20th anniversary in 2017, it had become one of the largest Christian television networks globally. Daystar broadcasted to millions of homes across the United States and had a growing international presence through partnerships and satellite feeds. It attracted a loyal base of viewers who tuned in regularly for its Christian programming, featuring a mix of evangelistic preaching, music ministry, and inspirational messages. The Lambs also positioned themselves as influential figures in Christian television. Marcus Lamb was a well-known and respected pastor and media mogul who regularly appeared on the network's programming, often sharing his personal faith journey and spiritual insights. Joni Lamb, his wife, played an equally significant role, serving as the co-founder and later as the president of Daystar after Marcus passed away in 2021 due to complications from COVID-19. Together, they built a media empire, intertwining their ministry with business to create one of the most successful faith-based television networks in the world. A growing family legacy. The succession of leadership. When Marcus Lamb died, the future leadership of Daystar became a topic of considerable discussion. The network's operations were long thought to be a family affair, with the Lamb children expected to take over the reins of the ministry. However, after Marcus's death, a series of internal conflicts and disputes led to a dramatic rift within the family and the organization. This family feud, involving accusations of mismanagement, abuse, and failed leadership transitions, would eventually attract widespread attention and media scrutiny. At the center of the controversy were Jonathan Lamb, Marcus and Joni's son, and his wife, Susie. Jonathan had been deeply involved in Daystar for many years, having served as vice president and overseeing various aspects of the network's operations. He was widely seen as the heir apparent to his father's leadership, but his relationship with the network soured after a series of disputes regarding his role in the ministry and his eventual ouster from the organization. Jonathan Lamb and his wife Susie made public allegations that rocked the foundation of Daystar. The allegations and the family rift. The controversy began in 2021 when Jonathan and Susie Lamb accused a family member of molesting their young daughter, an incident that they claimed had been mishandled by the Daystar leadership. According to their account, the abuse occurred during a retreat organized by Daystar at a beach house near Denton, Florida. The incident, which involved an adult male relative allegedly following the young girl to change into a swimsuit, triggered a series of alarming events that led to the revelation of deeper concerns about how the situation had been handled by the Lamb family. As the Lambs explained in interviews with investigative reporters, their daughter had been molested months earlier by this family member. However, it was only during the beach house incident that the full extent of the situation became clear. Jonathan Lamb recounted that when he arrived at the scene, he found the adult male in the room with his daughter, who was completely naked. The discovery left him horrified, and he immediately sought answers about why this had occurred and why it had not been dealt with sooner. According to the Lambs, the response to the allegations from within the family and Daystar's leadership was less than satisfactory. Jonathan and Susie claimed that they were pressured to keep quiet about the matter, and that the leadership, particularly Joni Lamb, had downplayed the severity of the situation. Jonathan later accused his mother of attempting to cover up the incident, which led to a public clash over the handling of the abuse allegations, the alleged cover-up, and the power struggle. As the Lamb family became embroiled in this scandal, further tensions erupted within Daystar. Jonathan and Susie Lamb were not only facing a personal crisis, but also caught up in a leadership struggle within the organization. Jonathan, who had long believed he would succeed his father Marcus as president of Daystar, was now being sidelined. Allegedly, Marcus Lamb had made it clear before his death that Jonathan would take over the leadership role once he was gone. However, after Marcus's passing, the leadership transition seemed to shift dramatically, with Joni Lamb assuming the role of Daystar's president and CEO. This change in leadership, according to Jonathan, was punishment for the allegations he had made regarding the abuse. He felt betrayed by his family and the organization, believing that the leadership was determined to eliminate him from the family-run ministry. Adding to the complexity of the situation, Jonathan claimed that the decision to demote him was not solely about his performance, but had more to do with his refusal to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which he viewed as an attempt to silence him. A family torn apart. The aftermath. The scandal surrounding Daystar and the Lamb family has continued to unfold, with no resolution in sight. The public nature of the dispute has left deep scars on both the family and the organization, raising questions about the future of Daystar Television Network. With the ongoing media attention, the Lambs are now divided, with Jonathan and Susie on one side, and Joni and other family members on the other. The damage caused by the allegations and the fallout from the leadership battle has left Daystar in a fragile state. For now, the Lamb family's legacy within Daystar is in jeopardy, with questions about the future leadership of the network remaining unanswered. As the family continues to grapple with the consequences of their public feud, the future of Daystar's influence and its mission to spread the gospel is uncertain. Background of Daystar Television Network. Daystar Television Network, founded by Marcus and Joni Lamb in 1993, is one of the largest Christian television networks in the world. Daystar quickly became known for its evangelical programming, reaching millions of viewers globally. The network's mission was simple yet ambitious: to spread the word of Christ through broadcasting, creating a channel dedicated to faith, teachings, and religious outreach. With its global reach and high-quality programming, Daystar carved out a unique niche in religious broadcasting, becoming a cornerstone for evangelical Christians worldwide. However, over time, Daystar found itself embroiled in controversies that overshadowed its religious work, particularly focusing on the Lamb family's internal dynamics. At the heart of these controversies was the tragic and complex journey of Marcus Lamb's death, his family's succession plans for Daystar, and the explosive family drama that followed. While the network's powerful message was reaching millions, the Lamb family's personal struggles and ethical challenges were beginning to surface, eventually leading to public feuds, legal battles, and accusations of abuse and misconduct that rocked the organization to its core. Marcus and Joni Lamb's leadership. The story of Daystar is intrinsically tied to its founders, Marcus and Joni Lamb. With a clear vision of creating a global Christian broadcasting network, the Lambs built Daystar from the ground up, purchasing struggling stations and aggressively growing their brand. In its early years, the network became synonymous with Christian teachings, prayers, and evangelistic outreach. But while the Lambs' ambitions were noble, their leadership style and family dynamics would soon become subjects of intense scrutiny. When Marcus Lamb passed away unexpectedly in 2021 due to complications from COVID-19, the organization faced not only the grief of losing a patriarch, but also a crisis of leadership. Joni, who had been Marcus's steadfast partner in building the network, was left to navigate the complex world of religious broadcasting. But her journey was far from straightforward. As she assumed leadership of Daystar, the transition revealed deep rifts within the family. The allegations surrounding Marcus Lamb's death and his supposed succession plans would soon unravel a web of conflicts that would come to define the next chapter of Daystar's history. The allegations and accusations. A family divided. As the new CEO of Daystar, Joni Lamb's leadership was immediately challenged, particularly by her son Jonathan Lamb, who had long been considered the heir to his father's empire. Jonathan and his wife Susie Lamb made the shocking claim that their young daughter had been sexually abused by a family member. They accused Daystar's leadership, particularly Joni, of covering up the alleged incident. This accusation set off a series of dramatic events that culminated in an explosive family dispute, with allegations of abuse, blackmail, and a network in turmoil. The Lamb family was not only divided by personal tragedy, but by a struggle for power and control within Daystar. Jonathan's belief that he should succeed his father as president clashed with the reality that Joni had already been designated as Marcus's successor. The allegations against a family member within the Daystar network added fuel to an already volatile situation. Jonathan and Susie claimed that their daughter had been molested in 2021, with the abuse allegedly occurring months before they brought it to light. Their accusations centered on a family member they identified only as Pete, who allegedly had inappropriate interactions with their daughter, leading to a breakdown in the family dynamic. In the aftermath of these claims, Jonathan and Susie Lamb began to publicly speak out about their frustrations with the way the situation was handled. They claimed that their attempts to seek justice were thwarted by Daystar's leadership, particularly Joni, who they accused of dismissing the allegations and trying to protect the accused family member. The Lamb's accusations painted a picture of a family struggling with deep-seated dysfunction, where loyalty to the network and its leaders seemed to outweigh the pursuit of justice. The clash of leadership. Joni versus Jonathan. As tensions mounted, Joni Lamb issued a public denial of all allegations, claiming that Jonathan's actions were driven by his own ambition to take over the network. She accused her son of attempting to blackmail her into naming him as Daystar's new president, something she rejected outright. Joni's statements were forceful, as she steadfastly denied any wrongdoing on her part and insisted that her leadership of Daystar was in line with the wishes of her late husband, Marcus. The feud between Jonathan and Joni escalated to new heights when Joni married Dr. Doug Weiss in 2023, a marriage that Jonathan and Susie Lamb strongly opposed. Doug Weiss, a sex therapist and a recurring guest on Daystar TV, was seen as a controversial figure by the Lambs. They accused him of being a disruptive influence on the family and the network, especially given his lack of connection to the Daystar family. Joni's remarriage further complicated the situation, as it marked a clear departure from the Lamb family's traditional structure, and Jonathan viewed it as a betrayal. The resulting public dispute over leadership and family loyalty would leave lasting scars on Daystar's reputation. The broader impact. Legal actions and public scrutiny. As the dispute raged on, legal actions and public scrutiny began to intensify. Jonathan and Susie Lamb's accusations of abuse, both personal and professional, were met with fierce resistance from Joni and Daystar. In addition to publicly defending their actions, Joni and other members of the Lamb family filed legal counterclaims, accusing Jonathan of trying to destroy their reputation and take control of the network. Meanwhile, the scandal surrounding Daystar's internal conflict drew the attention of the media, with investigative reporters digging into the accusations and uncovering a series of past controversies surrounding the network. Among these were allegations of financial mismanagement, including the misuse of funds and a series of legal issues related to the network's operations. In one of the most notable cases, Daystar had been investigated by the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, for allegedly selling airtime on its non-commercial educational stations to for-profit organizations, a violation of FCC regulations. This investigation had cast a shadow over the network's reputation, and the ensuing settlement added another layer of controversy to its legacy. Daystar had also faced criticism for its handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, with some of its prominent personalities promoting unproven treatments and conspiracy theories related to the virus. The network's decision to air controversial figures like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Simone Gold, who pushed anti-vaccine rhetoric, sparked outrage among health experts and the public. Daystar's promotion of these figures led to significant backlash, especially as the pandemic ravaged the globe, and Marcus Lamb's own tragic death from COVID-related complications further complicated the network's credibility. Conspiracies and controversies. Daystar's tarnished legacy. The Lamb family feud, combined with allegations of abuse, financial mismanagement, and controversial broadcasting practices, has left Daystar with a tarnished legacy. Once a symbol of faith-based broadcasting, the network is now at the center of a web of scandals that continue to unfold. The accusations of spiritual abuse, blackmail, and cover-ups are just the latest in a series of challenges that have plagued the network over the years. From its inception, Daystar was meant to be a beacon of Christian values and a powerful platform for spreading the gospel. But the series of controversies that have followed the Lamb family have raised serious questions about the organization's leadership, ethics, and commitment to its mission. As the network struggles to regain its footing, it faces an uncertain future, one where its past controversies may continue to haunt its efforts to rebuild its reputation and maintain its audience. Conclusion: the fallout and future of Daystar. The saga of Daystar Television Network is far from over. As the Lamb family continues to feud and legal battles loom, the network's future remains in question. What once appeared to be a thriving religious empire has become embroiled in personal and professional turmoil, with the spotlight now on its troubled leadership and the deep rifts within the family. For viewers and followers of Daystar, the question remains: can the network recover from the damage caused by these allegations? Will the Lamb family be able to heal and reunite? Or will the divisions within their ranks continue to tear apart the organization they built? Only time will tell. But the story of Daystar Television Network is far from over, and its future is uncertain.